All right. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson Smith, says Jamaica has pledged its support to the government and people of the Bahamas as they grapple with the impact of Hurricane Dorian. Was watching the news of the Prime Minister in Bahamas. They've lost a number of lives. There's an island called Abaco that was severely hit. The Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, as Minister of Defense, has mobilized the JDF's Disaster Assistance Response Team, and our local government and community development minister has alerted his teams, and this ministry has also been in touch with the Caribbean Disaster and Emergency Management Agency and other partners so that Jamaica may facilitate support as needed, says the minister. She said that Jamaica is deeply concerned for both the people of Bahamas and the thousands of Jamaicans who live and work in different islands there, especially as two of our three largest populations are residents in Freeport and Abaco. As I said, Abaco really hit. The hurricane just sat over Bahamas for a couple of days. I think they said like 1 mile per hour or something like that. Was really did a whole lot of damage. And as we said, unfortunately, loss of life also.
Yeah.
So
absolutely devastating.
Dorian.
Yeah, there are many conversations to have about this, natural disasters and climate change, and I want to big up all the young people on the ground, especially who are fighting for climate change education and programming to see how we can mitigate the risk when a natural disaster happens. So big up all my SDG young people. You know who you are.
Yeah, and also, yesterday I heard we were speaking with the head of the disaster preparedness in the region, who's a Jamaican, and Archie asked a question about how can folks help, and he said right now the best thing would be money. Because he says it's hard to put things together here, then you have to ship it to Bahamas, then they have to go through it and send it here and send it there. So he says the best thing right now, I'm sure they need clothing and everything else and they need food, but he said the best thing, the easiest thing to do right now is to, if you can, you send some money for them, so because there's going to be a whole lot of money to put themselves back together. And it's just dreadful that you lose lives, you know. Saw this blind gentleman.
7 lives, I think.
Yeah, so far they've said. So far. And he was saying that it is possible that it might be more. But as I saw this, he was a blind gentleman and he had to go in the bathtub with his family.
And he received neighbors as well.
Yeah, incredible.
Absolutely incredible. And it's amazing how we do come together in times of disaster. But also with that, we know that we have a lot of Bahamians here at the University of the West Indies. And I know that many of them want to return home. We hope that your families are okay. We are also hearing about a Jamaican family safe after dashing to shelter as the hurricane, as we mentioned, killed 7 in the Bahamas. That family is in Freeport, Grand Bahama. They've been there since 2007. So for the Jamaicans who are thinking about them, your Jamaican family is safe. Let me find the name. Do you know the name of the family? Patrice Moore is the name of the Jamaican who is safe. But there is an emergency line and bulletins put out by the Bahamian authorities. If you have family or friends in Bahamas, you can just look for that and communicate with them to see the updates.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Oh, the next thing is that the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica is reporting that they've discovered oil seep, which is a natural leak of crude oil and gas that migrates up through the floor, has been identified and discovered. Yeah.
They say preliminary geochemical analyses. Apparently, it originates from a source rock from the Jurassic geological period, which was approximately 160 million years ago, making it older than any rocks found on or offshore Jamaica to date. But they're also saying the seep doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get enough oil for commercial purposes. So before we start jumping all over the place, they're saying
we're rich.
Yeah.
But my issue is, how does that affect the ocean? The fact that it's leaking into the into the ocean, right?
Well, I suspect they're going to certainly do something to find out if there's any more. But they're just saying the fact that there's a seep doesn't necessarily mean that there's enough for commercial use.
But there'll be lots of exploration now that we have.
And it's not the first time we've found.
In 2018, we identified an oil seep. And it was the island's third such onshore discovery.
So it's not the first time. Well, let's hope that there's lots of oil there when we get really, really rich. And
talk about rich, Neville.
Yeah.
I cannot. Well, before we go to rich, there's an article here. Junk food diet blamed for teenage boy going blind and deaf in the UK. You can read it in section D of the Gleaner today, Health and Fitness. The 17-year-old lived off a daily portion of chips, crisps, white bread, and processed meat for around a decade. His poor diet resulted in a number of vitamin deficiencies, led the boy to developing a condition called nutritional optic neuropathy, NON, the acronym. So there you go, people. Careful. We talked about it at the top of the show. Careful what you give your children. I have to bring that up. I have to also acknowledge the family of Noel Dexter, Dr. Kimball, so many people going through loss. And, you know, my child starts school and yours with the Caribbean hymn book by Noel Dexter. So we'll always remember him in that way. But remember, eat good. And talking about being rich, congratulations to this new agency and company providing sub-workers for companies. It's called Sabu. I went to the launch. I saw the RJR Gleaner truck out there as well, and Burger Man. We were there, and it was amazing. So check them out on Instagram at Sabu Now. If you're looking for work opportunities or you want to hire a sub for a day, this is what you call growth, finding a solution to a problem. So congratulations to Sabu and the Director General Manager, Calvin Malcolm. Great concept.
all right.